Maybe it crash. All right, now we're recording. All right, welcome to the call. So I thought tonight we'd kind of go over some of the things we learned about at STS this weekend, which was an amazing event. Events are key to your success in this business, so you want to make it like a priority. It's kind of like the three things Mark Hughes taught us, and then we add events. So you use the product, you wear the brand. Anybody got their brand on tonight?
Yeah.
That's like 25 push-ups if you don't. Talk about the products. So use, wear, talk, attend event. These are the four must in Herbalife to be successful, okay? And you stay plugged into these events for many reasons. For one, it's just kind of like your cell phone. You don't use it every day. I mean, if you don't charge it every day, it's not going to work, right? So we're the same. We work the same. Sometimes we get unmotivated, so we go to these events to get motivated. We always learn something. I mean, I've been in this business over 3 years. Just Saturday, that one-day event, I've got about 20 pages of notes here. We're not going to go over all of them, but I always take notes because I always hear stuff that I need that I maybe didn't hear the last time I was at an event. So I strongly encourage that. So tonight we'll go over that stuff. So let's see, Bree, you were at the meeting. So let me just start by asking you, put you on the spot again, like, give me like 2 points, because that was a great event. That was probably one of the best speakers I've ever heard. She's executive president's team out of Texas. Been in the business for a long time. So like, if you miss this event, I can't give you the energy she did, but I can kind of give you some of the tidbits. And Bree, why don't you start by giving us like 2 points that you wrote down that really stuck with you this week since you've been to that event?
Well, one of her points that really, I have notes myself. She said, "Don't have to. If you're gonna do it, put your all into it." And I thought that was a really good point. And she also said the only thing that limits you is your own imagination. So basically, the only thing that is gonna stop you from doing great is you downplaying yourself. So if you say, I don't, basically like giving yourself excuses. If you say you're not going to be able to do it and you give X, Y, and Z excuse, then you're not going to do it. Your mind's already told you you're not going to do it. But if you tell yourself, I'm going to get up today, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, then you're going to do it.
That's awesome.
I like it.
And you know what? I want to just give you a little kudos there, because you're very new in this business. You just signed up last month, and like, you realized the power of that event and you took that from it. So just that's a great example to Keandre, who's your new downline, who's new distributor with you. So you've got a great coach in Bree. So man, plug in and take advantage of that. So great job. Make us proud. All right. You know, another reason, I got a list of reasons here to attend events, and you know, social proof. You're hearing these stories and testimonies from other people. You are able to use those testimonies to grow your business. So what? You just started in the business 3 days ago. If you hear these testimonies, you can use those testimonies. And we're going to talk about using those later, but to grow your business. Even though you may not have lost that 100 pounds, or you don't have abs yet, or whatever your goals are, you can use other stories, and you don't have to wait to grow your business, okay? So it gives you momentum, you know. She said something really cool the other day. It takes 17 seconds for momentum to start. Okay, so all you need is just a little bit to get your momentum going, right? It inspires you. There's always learning. Look, I know a lot about Herbalife because I've been doing it a long time, but I don't know it all, and I'm not the system. That's the system, and I've got to stay plugged into it. You know, there's a bigger vision, and what I made a note here says people will only work to the size of their vision. Vision creates your work ethic. So, you know, maybe you don't have a vision of, you know, a mansion or being financially stable by the time you're 28, 30 years old, whatever. But going to those events, you'll start to see things that are just bigger than stuff. The whole impact that we have on the world and our community and our friends and family is a lot bigger vision. So just keep focused. It gives us leverage to attend those events. It's a place of recognition. Man, I love to be recognized for doing great things. I know you guys do too. So it's just an awesome thing to get up there on stage and say, "Yeah, I lost 20 pounds," and you know, whatever. And then you hit the next pin level, you get to go up and get a certificate, and they interview you. It's really cool. So that's some great reasons to attend events. Let's see. Okay, I've got a couple of slides I wanted to show. They're not really slides. I just did some Word documents real quickly a few minutes ago. I'm going to share my screen. While I'm doing that, does anybody have any questions? All right. Hey, looks like Dre joined us. Way to go, Dre. Good to see you on the call tonight. Big shout out to Dre. You guys on Facebook or social media, he sold True 3-Day Trial, and he's already recognizing, I'm just making recognition, his friend Nathan.
I saw that. Good job.
Man, I was so proud of that. I saw that. I was like, that's how you do it right there. Okay, what am I looking for? Here we go. All right. We'll go right here on this page, if you can see that. And if you were at the event the other day, you saw this kind of this equation, if you will, or formula. I've been seeing this for years. This is kind of how I started my business. And it's really kind of based on the 3-day trial. And you guys all got that in your new distributor kit. It's a great way to grow your business, to get a good customer base and introduce people to this awesome nutrition program and this opportunity as well. So basically the 10-5-1-R formula is doing 10 wellness profiles, right? And that's when you bring somebody in the club or you meet them somewhere and you weigh them and you give them some numbers like your weight is this, your body fat is this, your hydration level, your metabolic age, and you let them know what their numbers are, okay? If you do 10 of those, for every 10 you do, you're gonna get 5 customers that actually order products. You hope that all 10 will purchase a 3-day trial. And if you're doing 3-day trials, you probably need to be doing a wellness profile on everybody, or at least even from afar, you can do sort of a wellness profile. You can have someone weigh themselves like the day before they start. You can do this. I'll use Amanda as an example, and she can help me remember this, but you know, I mailed her a 3-day trial. I told her to weigh the morning of. I told her to measure herself in a certain, like across the belly button and a couple other places, document that, and then they did the same thing on day 4. Is that right, Amanda?
Mm-hmm.
And I think she allowed you to lose 3-4 pounds.
I lost 4 pounds. I don't remember the inches though.
Yeah, we've got it probably written down somewhere.
Yeah.
So the wellness profile is very strong. So 10 wellness profiles. These people have already got trial packs. You're going to get 5 customers, and out of that 10, one of those will become a distributor, or at least a preferred member. So that's how your team is growing. And then the R, of course, is referrals, right? So everybody you talk to and do a wellness profile with, or they're doing a 3-day trial, always ask for referrals. And I just kind of phrase it like this. Okay, who do you know that might benefit from this same program or might want to do it with you? You know, so they'll think, oh yeah, so-and-so will do it, you know, and I read somewhere that like when you have an accountability partner or someone to do it with you, your success rate increases by 95%. So I've used that with customers. Oh, and they go and find somebody to do it with them, maybe 2 or 3. So they're actually referring you to their friends. And then you can use that same idea to them later, like, hey, you brought 2 people, you know, you can make some money, or I can make some money, or we both can make some money. Then you're kind of planting that business opportunity in their mind. Not everybody's going to do that. It's not for everybody, but that's a great idea. So you got 10 wellness profiles, you're going to get 5 customers, 1 distributor out of that, and you always ask for referrals. And that's how you tap into other people's circle of influence. We talked about that on our last call, or the one before that. So, but if you can, try to give everybody a wellness profile, weigh everybody. You might think, well, that's a waste of time because they might not buy products. But you know what? When I saw how bad my body fat was, and I saw my weight, and I was like, man, I work out all the time. This can't be right. It really kind of changed my thoughts on, I need this, because obviously my sponsor, my coach, had results. So you can explain, I think you can't see it yet, but down here it says, try to give everybody a wellness profile and explain how our program will make it easy to improve those numbers. Okay, everybody got that? Anybody got questions on that little 10-5-1 referral? All right, good deal. And I've got all these if you guys need them emailed to you or whatever later. What did I put together next? All right, this was actually from Tina White. She actually met Mark Hughes in her training. She's been in the business that long, which is always cool to hear people who trained with Mark, because he was the founder of our company, right? So Mark had 4 rules to becoming a master of retail. He said, you always listen to their problems. He said, shut up and listen to them. This is not your show. This is theirs. So when you hear their problems, whether it be, I need to lose weight, or the doctor said my blood pressure is high, or I can't sleep, or I don't have energy, or I can't afford to pay the bills, you just listen. And in your mind, you're thinking, okay, how can Herbalife help them? Because we know that they can. So you're going to show them results. You're going to say, okay, I lost 32 pounds. Or, okay, I made $1,400 in retail, or whatever that is. Address their problem. And then say, okay, what flavor do you want? Or when do you want to get started selling 3-day trials? And are you going to pay with cash or debit? So he was like, don't give them an out. Just listen to their problems, give them the results, and then ask them what they want to start with. Don't say, well, what if you did this, and would you be interested in this? I do say that sometimes. Just go ahead and like plug them in. And sometimes we're like, okay, sure, that's great. That was Mark Hughes' theory, okay? Now, results equal more referrals. So if you coach someone to get some amazing results, you know they're going to talk about it. It's kind of like a sorority, right? If one of the girls loses weight and hair looks pretty or whatever, guess what? Everybody wants to do it. It's no different with guys, all right? That's how I grew my business. A bunch of guys are like, hey, dude, how did you get in shape? And then something else I wrote here, and this is kind of like your personal development. Don't make your why not. I'll explain that a little bit too, because it sounds kind of confusing. So your why is your goals, right? You know, I want to be financially stable. I want to pay off my house. You know, I want to be home with my kids. I don't want to put them in daycare. You know, I don't want to work, you know, at Logan's anymore. I'm tired of that job. So that's your why, right? But don't let that be your why not. For example, you know, I can't go to that event because I have to work, right? I can't go to that event because I can't get a sitter. You got to make this a priority. Sacrifice some time now so later you're set. You don't have to take the kid to daycare. You don't have to work at Logan's or whatever you're doing. So put in the work now, sacrifice now, your what to get to your why, and don't use that as a why not now. Something to think about in this business. You're the boss and you're also the employee. I think I posted this on social media the other day. Here's what I want you to ask yourself at the end of every single day. Would you fire yourself or would you hire yourself today? And I'll be straight. Some days I would have fired myself. All right. Many days I would have. But put in the work every day so you're that star employee, right? Because that's just between you and you, between nobody else. If you want your business to grow, you'll work it. You'll make posts like Dre did today. You know, you'll put it out there. You'll wear your button. You'll talk to everybody you see about how awesome you feel. You don't have to say, hey, come do Herbalife with me. Just say, God, man, life is so good. I feel so good. I've never felt this good. I'm sleeping good. I'm waking up good. I'm bench pressing more, whatever I'm doing. You want people to want to be like you are. All right. And that goes with the last statement on this page. Don't treat the business like it's $100 business. Because sometimes folks are like, you know, I don't really have to work real hard. I only spent like $109 and, you know, it's not that big of a deal. What I want you guys to think about is you just invested $50,000 of your hard-earned money and then treat it like that. So you're working hard every day to make this $50,000 business grow. That's the only way you're going to be successful. All right, we talked about the 3-day trial. I just posted this yesterday, and I'm actually going to have to shrink it a little bit so you guys can see the whole page. So the you might be able to see that. Anybody know how to get rid of this up here? Amanda, help.
Go to view.
Do you?
Read mode, I think.
Hold on, where's that
Over here to the left.
Oh, there it is. I had you guys covering it up. Okay. If I can get everything on the same screen.
Is that the whole thing?
No. Okay.
Oh.
It's okay. We'll just do it like this. So this is the Lean and Fit program, and everybody who has their Go Herbalife set up for customers to purchase from, this is what it's called on our program, the Lean and Fit. It's 60 meal replacement shakes using protein drink mix, and a bottle of Total Control. This is the 3-day trial for 30 days, basically, is what this is, okay? So this is really how I grew my business. I know we talk about cell activator and multivitamin all the time, and those are the core products, and they're very important, and they make you get amazing results. But it's so much easier to get them started on a program using the same program they did in the 3-day trial. And then after they're ready to renew that second month of the Lean and Fit, then you introduce the new products, the cell activator and multivitamin, and get them on the full deal, right? So I posted this in the club the other day. I think, why not throw this out there? Because this is was the foundation of my business when I was at home selling 3-day trials before I had the club. So it basically tells you what you get in the Lean and Fit. And then this is at the bottom of the page. It breaks it down. It says, ask how to order today. And I made a note because we've all decided, like, we could do some free shipping from our website because you only lose about $7 or so with that. And it explains it's 60 meals plus that fat burning supplement, Total Control, for $3.51 a meal. All right. I think if people see this, they're going to be like, oh, wow, this isn't expensive. Because one of the things that kind of a myth is that Herbalife is expensive. It is not expensive. You can't buy healthy food at a grocery store and go home and cook it as cheap as we can make you a shake, right? Or you can make yourself a shake. So I can make this into a screenshot on my phone, and I can post it on our group, our messenger group, and you guys can save it. Now, what I would recommend is send this privately, because Herbalife purists do not want us posting prices on our pages, right? But if somebody says, hey, how much is that Lean and Fit? Say, hey, I'm going to send you a message with some pictures or whatever, and then you can send this privately. I think it's okay to talk about the 3-day trial costing $20, but nothing more than that. So if you want that, actually, I'll just put it on the page. You guys can save it to your phone and use it and send it to your customers. Okay. So let me move some things around here. And I think those were kind of the pictures that I wanted to show you. Also, I'll do this snack list if you can see it. Let's get rid of that. And this is just a good way to coach people on everyday programs. It explains 2 shakes a day. It explains what a healthy meal is supposed to look like. It has a list of healthy snacks. And if you guys think of other healthy snacks that are very little to no sugar and carbs and high in protein, you can tell them about it as well. It talks about why you need protein. It talks about kind of the trick with fruits and vegetables. One thing that I tell folks as I'm coaching them is, if you're going to eat fruit for a snack, make sure you put a protein with it. That way it's not burnt, like the calories aren't burnt in stored sugar. The protein will help your body use more calories to break it down. And as far as vegetables go, not all vegetables are very healthy for you. For example, carrots, corn, and sweet peas are high on the glycemic index. So that's just adding more sugar. And then healthy carbohydrates. So that's something you guys can use, print out, and hand to your customers. We do that at the clubs, but you don't have to have a club to do this. When you meet with people with a 3-day trial, you can just give them this.
Yeah, this is very handy. I like giving this to people.
Yeah, it really does help. So they say, well, how do you do it? I just hand it to them. Quickly go over it, and then they take it home with them. All right. Anybody any questions so far? Let me find what we were going to finish with here. Let's see. Did anybody else make it on the call that was in Saturday's STS? No. Okay. Okay, so one of the things that she told us, I'm going to quit sharing so we can all see each other a little better, there we go. Most everybody that I know is dissatisfied with something, right? So that's what we're looking for, is dissatisfied people, whether they're dissatisfied with their weight, how they feel, how they look, their job, whatever. We can help those people. So when you're talking to folks, listen for that dissatisfaction. And you can help them. Don't be pushy. Just say, if I could show you a way to make that change, would you be interested? They might be, they might not be, but you offered it to them. Don't keep it a secret that you can help them. All right, let's see. Build a rapport with your clients. One of the things that I've used before, like when someone comes in, it's like, oh my gosh, I need to lose weight. I want to get summer ready. I'm like, okay, look, let's do this. And then I'm cheering them on. And even in that first wellness profile, I'm like, look, I'm going to make you my next poster child. I'm going to give you the best results possible. I'm going to help you get in the best shape of your life. And one of the things I heard a long time ago from Alex McCoy was you want to overpromise, but then you also want to over-deliver, right? They don't think they can get in the best shape of their life, but you just continue to follow up and give them feedback and cheer them on and coach them. And most people will be fine, but now not everybody's coachable. You'll recognize that. So just hang in there and just be the best coach you can, and don't let things fall through the cracks. So more referrals, the results are going to get more referrals, and you guys lead by example. Use the products, and you guys get in great shape as well. We've got some amazing results on our team. Share them. The 3-day trial, though, we talk about it a lot, but here's what I want you to know. Cookies and cream isn't my favorite shake, and it may not be yours either, right? But it only comes in a 3-day trial. So here's what I tell the customer, you're not testing cookies and cream. There's 10 other flavors that are awesome that I like even better. What you're testing is our product and if it's going to work, and you're testing your discipline to stick with the program. All right. So think about that when they're like, I just can't do the cookies and cream. I say, just put some peanut butter powder in it, do it for 3 days, and then we'll get you started on something else. Okay. So that is a challenge with the 3-day trial because it only comes with that. So, that's something to think about. Just put it in their mind. You're not testing the cookies and cream. You're testing the product, and they will get results. Okay. Have a clear vision. You'll get clear results. The simpler the system, the easier it is for you and your new distributors that bring on board it to follow, and it gives you more confidence. So just make this simple. Make the 3-day trial your DMO, your daily method of operation right now, and grow with that. And then you'll be able to do other things as well. You can add Prolesa Duo, you can add the other core products. As far as personal development, guys, you got to work on yourself every day. If you're not making yourself better, emotionally, physically, you can't really help anybody else get better emotionally and physically, right? So you have to work on yourself every day. I love listening to Eric Thomas. Jim Rohn is one of the greatest business philosophers ever that actually worked with Herbalife. And listening to Mark Hughes is always great to motivate you, to give you more confidence. So work on yourself every day, because think about the whole airplane and oxygen idea, right? If they say if the plane's having trouble and the oxygen comes down out of the ceiling, you've got to put the oxygen on yourself first, right? Before you can help anybody else. So it's the same thing with our nutrition and with our personal development. If you want to change people's lives, you got to change yours. Okay.
I like that.
That's a good one, right?
Yeah.
The first time I heard that was our friend Sean Hadke.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a good analogy. So let's see, finishing up these notes from Saturday. The keys are to stay teachable, to keep working, stay humble, and you're going to fall down in any business, not just Herbalife or not just multi-level marketing. You got to get back up, okay? So the personal development is creating enough strength in yourself that you can withstand those falls and you can withstand the winters of farming, all right? So that's really all I've got tonight, guys. If you guys have any questions real quick about the 3-day trial, about any other aspects we talked about tonight, shoot.
You're muted.
Everybody's muted.
Hey, Scott.
Yes.
Okay, so I have a lady I work with, and she did the trial packs. She loved it, loved the products. But her only thing is the price on the Lean and Fit is too high for her. So
Okay.
what I did was I referred her to the packs because she's always on the go. And she said those helped out a lot, but she said she needed something more. And I what would you say I should do now?
Okay, you said on the go packs?
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Here's one thing you could do. On the go packs are great, but if you wanted to look at per price, she's paying a lot more for those on the go packs than she would if, say, she just bought one protein drink mix and one Formula One.
Right.
So what you might want to do, because I think that's around $120, That way she's going to get enough protein drink mix for the whole month if she's doing 2 a day, and she's going to get enough Formula One to go for 15 days of 2 a day, right? So when that Formula One runs out, she comes back and spends, say, $47 instead of $120 that time.
I got you.
So you could do that. So you could just do the one Formula One, one protein drink mix. Now there is a smaller protein drink mix that you could use, but it's an odd number. It's like 44 scoops in there rather than 60. And I really can't explain why they did that. Whenever I make president's team and get to meet with the CEO, I'm going to ask him that. But you could do that. Another thing you could do to make it even cheaper, and I don't really advocate this too much, but but the key here, and you're right, you want to get the product in her because she needs to feel the magic, okay, like we all did. If all she can afford is one Formula One, sell her the one Formula One and have her use soy milk to make the shake, like 8 ounces of soy milk. Do it twice a day. She'll get results. Now, she's going to be getting a little bit more sugar than we want her to in those shakes, but it doesn't matter. It's probably going to be less than she's normally eating on a regular basis anyway.
Okay.
So if you can only afford one Formula One, that'll last her for 2 weeks at twice a day, and you can coach her and get her in great shape. And then as things go on, she'll realize, okay, this is cheaper than cooking. I can add the protein, or I can add the total control vitamin, or whatever.
Right.
So
that sounds like I think she'll be good with that. I think that'll work.
Yeah, that's a great question because we run into that all the time. So, that's on the page. That's why I made the Lean and Fit that has total control. Then I made the Lean and Fit Basic that doesn't have the total control because it's just a little bit more expensive that way, and they may not want the total control.
I got you.
So try that and then get back with me and see what she says. And if you need some help with that, just let me know.
Okay.
Good deal. Great question. Anybody else with a question?
I don't have a question, but since you posted that paper with the Lean and Fit and Total Control, I've had quite a few people, asking about it and want more details because they said that it breaking it down like that, they're like, I can't eat anywhere else or make a meal for that much for, so that they definitely share that sheet.
Absolutely. And I think it'd be great if we privately message our customers who want to know more about it like that. That's, like I said earlier, that's how I grew my business. And we refer people to our site a lot of time. And I brought this up last week was they look at the price and like, oh my gosh, $198 plus tax and shipping. That sounds like a lot of money. But when you break it down to like how many meals that is per meal, it's a great idea. So, ask your clients, hey, how much do you spend on lunch? How much do you spend on breakfast? My brother, who he got on the Herbalife simply because he was spending $6 for breakfast at the local gas station and like $8 at Jack's for lunch every single day. And I said, you can make a shake for, I can't remember if it was like $2 and something back then. And he was like, dude, I'll do that just to save money. So, and he lost like 30 pounds in the meantime. So that's a great way to do it. All right, Bree, a question?
She's muted.
Hold on, I got you muted too. Let me unmute you. There you go. Now go ahead.
Are you gonna post the healthy snacks list and all that on the page?
I'll do that. That's in kind of a Word document, but I think I have it on my phone already. And you'll just have to zoom in a little bit, but it's a great way to coach.
Okay.
And really focus on talk about those snacks because people will not eat snacks between shakes because they think they're going to gain weight. Actually, it helps them lose weight. Snacks important. Good deal. Key, let's hear from you. I'm going to unmute you. I think. There we go. You have any questions? Brand new distributor?
I do not so far. Everything just came in, so I got home. I'm gonna unpack everything.
Yes.
I might have some later, but I will definitely text you if I do.
Yeah, you know where I'm at. And dude, look, you got a really cool distributor pack. I think all three of you guys, Dre and Bree and Key, you guys got really cool distributor packs that none of the rest of us got. You got some cool books in there. We got books, but they were like just black and white and boring. You guys got some exciting stuff. So take the time to go through it. You'll learn a whole lot from reading those.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Awesome. All right. Anybody else with anything?
Who's gonna sing?
No, Drake can probably sing "Happy Birthday" probably better than anybody.
Who can?
Drake.
Oh, definitely not.
Hey, I hate Drissa and Nisa are not on because they really did a great job singing today on FaceTime.
Oh,
It
that's
was like
nice.
harmonic and everything. It was really good. All right, guys, if that's it, y'all have an awesome night.
Hey, can you stay on here?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Y'all have an awesome night. I'll see you guys later. Text me if you need anything.
Well,
See
thank
ya.
you.
Right.
Yeah.